I'm Brent Anders, Senior Electronic Media Coordinator here at Kansas State University. My guest today is a senior educational military official for the Kansas Army National Guard. Welcome, Master Sergeant Anders. We're very happy to have you here today on our video dealing with instructional design.
Thank you. Thanks. I'm very happy to be here.
Let's go ahead and get started. How many years have you been in the field of instructional design?
Well, I've been in the field of instructional design for about 5 years now, but I've worked as an official military instructor for about 10 years.
Could you please describe the type of work environment that you were in?
Yes, I work for the 235th Regiment, which is the Kansas Regional Training Institute in Salina, Kansas. We generally receive specific military educational content from TRADOC, that's the United States Training and Doctrine Command, and execute military instruction to both sergeants and officers that are either on reserve or active duty.
Now, what's your background and specific training dealing with instructional design?
I've been training soldiers in the military since I was a corporal, and that's over 15 years ago. I've also received advanced training through the Army Basic Instructors course and the Army Small Group Instructors course, as well as achieving a master's degree in education. I've also designed and conducted classes and settings to instruct anywhere from 4 to 100 different soldiers.
Very good. Could you describe the type of clientele that you have?
As a chief instructor at the 235th Regiment Training Institute, I have course managers coming to me for assistance with presenting various different types of information. I've assisted instructors of wheeled vehicle operation, field medical certification, strategic meteorology, advanced NCO leader training, and also officer training.
That seems quite varied. Could you briefly describe your process for working with faculty and designing instruction for their needs? Do you have an interview model or a guide?
Generally, I help instructors organize and implement a plan of instruction. In the Army, everything is broken down into terminal learning objectives and enabling learning objectives. I use these as a checklist to ensure that however we implement the plan of action, it addresses each of those objectives so as to succeed in our overall educational mission.
What one or two instructional design theories guide what you do? And by that, I mean, do you work from one or two main theoretical positions when designing instruction?
Actually, yes. I use two different instructional design theories. In the Army, we teach and follow the ADDIE process, which stands for Analysis, Design, Development, Implementation, and Evaluation. It's a simple process in that it's a linear process except for the evaluation phase, which actually occurs throughout. It's very effective for what we're trying to do here. Another theory that I personally use, although a bit more complicated but very logical, is that of the systems approach model. I actually still have my textbook from graduate school. It has 10 steps to follow to help ensure that all aspects of designing superior instruction are achieved.
Could you please give me an example of a recent faculty project and the instructional design theory that you found most helpful in developing it?
Sure. Recently, my unit needed to have a special course created dealing specifically with the contemporary operating environment, now mainly referred to as the operating environment. This deals with synergistic variable interactions of the theater of operations. I went through the ADDIE process along with the systems approach model. I conducted analysis, talked to subject matter experts, and then designed and implemented the course. We had internal and external quality assurance personnel, and we conducted our usual after-actions review evaluations so as to constantly improve our own instruction.
Wow, that sounds really interesting. Final question. Could you please give an example of the kind of project that you have done that you are the most proud of?
Yes, I finally remember a situation that I found myself and several other instructors in that we were teaching this course that required students to be able to properly go through the sequence of conducting physical fitness instruction. The course was taught 2 days a month for 6 months, so many of the soldiers would forget the process because the course took so long. So I went through as an instructional designer, I analyzed and isolated the problem, and my solution was to create a simulation game that the students could go through in between the instruction throughout the month. So here's a clip of the game.
This training is low.
Soldiers go through and answer questions while having fun seeing the actual progression through the sequence. soldiers really liked it. It improved their passing rates, and it was even distributed and used at other Army educational installations throughout the country.
Excellent. Well, thank you for coming down here, Master Sergeant Andrews. We greatly appreciate your time, and we definitely appreciate your service.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to be here.
And thank you. That's all for now. We'll learn a lot more next time.